A high-ranking North Korean general has been wounded as a result of Ukrainian missile strikes on the territory of Russia's Kursk Oblast. For the first time, the West confirms the injury of a high-ranking North Korean military officer. The Wall Street Journal reported this, citing an anonymous Western official. The Wall Street Journal source revealed that the North Korean general was injured during a recent Ukrainian strike in Kursk Oblast. The source did not provide details on how the general was injured and did not identify the North Korean high-ranking military officer. The Wall Street Journal source revealed that the North Korean general was injured during a recent Ukrainian strike in Kursk Oblast. The source did not provide details on how the general was injured and did not identify the North Korean high-ranking military officer. The Wall Street Journal notes that this is the first time the West has confirmed an injury to a high-ranking North Korean military figure. Earlier, WSJ reported that North Korea had sent Colonel General Kim Jong Un to Russia to oversee North Korean troops. Kim is considered one of North Korea's 10 most prominent military leaders and the frequent aide to Kim Jong Un. Colonel General Kim Jong Un was rarely seen or even mentioned in public. His role leading North Korea's special forces required him to keep a low profile to conceal his identity. But now he is a very public figure. He is the top North Korean military official in Russia, where more than 11,000 North Korean soldiers have been deployed to aid Moscow's efforts to dislodge Ukrainian troops who have seized a chunk of Russian territory, the WSJ reported. Formerly, Kim Jong Un is believed to be tasked with integrating North Korean troops with Russian troops, learning from the experience of combat operations to bring it back home and preparing for future deployments. Western media recently confirmed that Ukraine targeted a military facility in Kursk Oblast using Storm Shadow missiles. Reports suggested the strike may have hit the Baryatinsky estate in Marino, suspected of housing a command post for Russian and North Korean forces operating in Kursk Oblast. The media have previously reported that the UK had privately approached Ukraine's use of UK-provided cruise missiles against Russian targets in response to Russia's deployment of North Korean troops. The US has also reportedly authorized Ukraine to strike Russia with long-range ATA-CMS missiles, although it has not publicly announced this decision.
Ukraine on Thursday claimed Russia had launched an intercontinental ballistic missile targeting Dnipro, which, if confirmed, would be the first time Moscow has used such a missile in the war. In Britain, government officials did not immediately confirm what kind of missile Russia had fired. Defense Secretary John Healey said there were unconfirmed reports of Russia firing a new ballistic missile, which we know they have been preparing for months. He told Parliament's Defense Committee that the war was at a serious moment, with the front line less stable now than at any time since the start of Russia's invasion in 2022. ICBMs are designed to carry nuclear warheads, and the use of one would serve as a reminder of Russia's nuclear capability and a powerful message of potential escalation.
Order, I call this public evidence session of the
on Ukraine. This is a serious moment that I come before the committee. Defence intelligence will reveal today that the front line is now less stable than at any time since the early days of the full-scale Russian invasion in February 22. And we've seen in recent weeks a very clear escalation from Putin and his forces. They've stepped up attacks on the energy system in Ukraine ahead of winter. They've stepped up attacks on civilian centres, killing children. They've deployed at least 10,000 North Korean troops to the battle front line, and there are unconfirmed but media reports today of Russia firing a new ballistic missile into Ukraine, which we know have been preparing for months. So that while the Ukrainian actions on the battlefield speak for themselves, Mr. Chairman, be in no doubt that the UK government is stepping up our support for Ukraine, determined to continue doubling down our support for Ukraine.
The Deputy Chief of Staff for Military Capability.
Ukrainian armed forces have attacked the position where the military vehicles of the 15th Tank Regiment were located in Russia's Kursk region. As a result of the strike, all military trucks in the area, including UAZs and passenger cars, were destroyed by explosion. Images from the area were captured and shared by Russian servicemen. Saying that a total of 8 artillery strikes were fired at the position, the Russian servicemen said that they currently did not have vehicles to transport military equipment and asked for help.
8 числа этого месяца, 8 ноября, у нас было 2 захода Бахмута. В общей сложности было 8 прилетов у нас. В данный момент я хотел бы обратиться с такой просьбой, что нам очень необходим транспорт, так как от нашего транспорта по завершению видео вы сами все увидите, что произошло. После всего этого мы остались практически без колес. Мы относимся к 15-му танковому полку, 1-я минометная батарея 69-й дивизии. Находимся в Беловском районе. До этого уже обращались с просьбой о помощи, но все не так просто. Нам необходим транспорт для эвакуации, для подвоза БК, даже самое элементарное для доставки продуктов и медикаментов по позиции. По видео можно увидеть, что стало с нашим транспортом. Я красноречием не блещу, поэтому говорю как есть. Это то, что у нас осталось. К сожалению, у нас нет. И в таком состоянии, как говорится, наш автопарк.